And as soon as Shuttle Atlantis is turned off of Space Commerce Way, traffic is reopened. This has been the pattern all day, with rotating road closures and then reopenings once the shuttle has passed. Very well thought out, carefully choreographed plan, since there are thousands of people working on Kennedy Space Center and in the surrounding area, driving to and from work and driving around the Kennedy Space Center complex as well. Members of the news media set up to document and record this historic moment as Space Shuttle Atlantis approaches them on its way to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Today has been a very emotional day, beginning with a 6 a.m. meeting for a go, no-go for today's move. Members of the NASA and contractor community who have worked on Atlantis over the years participated in that, as did the final crew to fly Atlantis, the STS-135 crew. Weather was predicted to be perfect today, and it has been. A go was given, and at 6:30, officially as we understand it, 6:33 a.m. Eastern Time, Shuttle Atlantis backed out of the vehicle assembly building with first motion. There, another informal ceremony was held amongst members of the Kennedy Space Center shuttle processing team, another emotional moment as workers who have worked on the space shuttle over the years gathered around Atlantis as it prepared to move on its way. Just as emotional are those who are awaiting its arrival at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. It's a wonderful day for the visitor complex and for residents of the Space Coast and the entire state of Florida, for NASA is retaining ownership of Atlantis and displaying it publicly here at the visitor complex. And it's close by for those who want to come and visit Atlantis at any time. Construction on Space Shuttle Atlantis began on March 30th of 1980, and it rolled out of its assembly plant in Palmdale, California in March of 1985. Its first mission was October 3rd, 1985, and it landed on its last mission, STS-135, July 21st, 2011, its 33rd mission. And today, November 2nd, 2012, it will arrive at its final destination, the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. The convoy leading Space Shuttle Atlantis continues to move toward the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Soon to be joined by a number of astronauts who flew in the Apollo, Skylab, and Space Shuttle eras. That group includes Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon, member of the Apollo 11 crew. It also includes a member of the original Mercury 7, Scott Carpenter. And Eileen Collins, who commanded Space Shuttle Discovery on the return to flight mission, STS-114. There are a number of vans that are stopping in front of Space Shuttle Atlantis. The vans contain these astronauts who will be walking the final length with Space Shuttle Atlantis. There are representatives of the Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Skylab, and Shuttle programs in this group. A historic past leading Atlantis to its permanent home as NASA sets its eyes on the future. In addition to the second man to walk on the moon, this group also contains the last man to walk on the moon, Gene Cernan.